Hello and welcome to February 2025. I want to share from my new favorite book, A Course of Love, which is a sequel to A Course in Miracles, which I've been studying for over 30 years. I know that there is a lot going on, so much going on in the United States, in the world, but specifically in my hometown, the United States. And it's a heck of a lot. And we can't instantly change the world. We can't instantly make things to our liking. If we could, if I had that power, the world would look very different right now. But the point that I'm making is because I can't go out and change all the things I want to immediately, I have chosen since the election to go even deeper. It doesn't mean I'm retreating from the outside world. It just means that I need to, like Anne Lamott was writing about how a lot of us need to kind of rest and recover from the shock of current events. So I've been finding a lot of inspiration and comfort and power from what Jesus shares in A Course of Love. And I wanted to share just a couple thoughts that are in the introduction, because I read and study a lot of self-help books, life coaches, psychology. You know, I just love it. I love anything that's going to help me feel better, to be honest. But one thing that I find that really jumped off the page of this introduction is what's missing. And in a lot of the teachings, and certainly in psychotherapy for sure, is the connection between the heart and the mind. Because I consider myself an intellectual. I mean, I love to study, I love to read, I love to think. I've studied and I'm certified in human design. And in human design combines many different things: astrology, astronomy, the I Ching, and it divides the body into centers. And in each center in your body, there are channels and gates. And so I was really surprised when I studied my own human design chart to see that I had gates in the left brain and the right brain, because I always figured I'm just totally creative. I'm just all right brain. So I was really surprised, and then not surprised to find out that I'm super analytical as well. So nothing that I'm sharing here is in any way to besmirch or diminish how amazing our analytical intellect, our brain, our intelligence can be. I mean, God knows we need a heck of a lot more critical thinking in the world, and children need to be taught to think critically. Yet, even so, even the most brilliant of minds needs the information that comes from the heart. And I wanted to share what Jesus says here in the introduction, that he's talking a lot about the mind, and he's explaining what the purpose of the Course of Miracles was, and then what the purpose of this follow-up, A Course of Love, is. The Course in Miracles, he explains, was to set us free from our ego mind. He talks about the split mind, fear or love, projection or extending from love or projecting from fear. It's a lot about escaping that duality and being miracle-minded. And this, A Course of Love, just builds upon that, although you can read this book without having read the Course in Miracles, but it also builds upon that. And Jesus says, so he's talking about the mind and the heart, and he says the heart is needed because it is who and where you are and responds in love to what is one with it. We are one heart. As our dear Bob Marley sang, one love, one heart. Let's get together and be all right. Well, Jesus agrees. And all the mystics who really are tuned in know that we are all one heart, one mind, one consciousness. And then Jesus goes on to talk about how the mind is its own reality. And he talks about the traps of the mind, how the mind, because our mind is still so operating from the primitive survival, the frontal cortex, and just the aspects of the brain that are locked in this survival fight flight mode, and how we need the information of the heart. We need peace. We need to experience calm. We need to know that we are safe before we can really learn and grow and love each other. Oh, we are one heart, we are one mind, joined in wholeheartedness. We are the heaven of the world. We replace bitterness with sweetness. We dwell in the reality of the one heart, creation's birthplace of the new. I just wanted to hop on and share that the new begins with me and with you. It begins in your mind and also in your heart. And your heart might be terrified right now. Your mind might be freaking out right now. I'll be honest, mine is too. That's why I turn to my spiritual practice, because I don't put my faith in the world of forms, certainly not in political structures that are operating right here, right now in the United States. I put my faith in the larger picture, the universe, eternity, the content of God, which is love. And I know that there are people who consider themselves intellectuals that would roll their eyes at my naivete, thinking that to believe in love is any kind of practical, pragmatic solution. But it's the only solution. It is the beginning of true solutions. Because if we try to build a new world from hate and anger and blame and projection and fear, we're just going to keep perpetuating what we've perpetuated for thousands of years. So I wanted to share, if you're feeling blue, if you're feeling terrified, traumatized, angry, all of those things, none of your feelings are wrong or bad. But I want to share hope and light. Remember, I'm a light lover. And I wanted to share what I'm reading, A Course of Love. And to remind you that no matter what you're thinking right now, remember your heart. Remember to take care of your heart. Whatever you need to do, I highly recommend somatic breath work, breathing, yoga, nature, animals, community, creativity, friends, family, the family that, not the family that drives you crazy. Just surround yourself with people and situations that are going to support you and love you and help you to feel safe, because we all need to feel safe and connected and strong so we can get clarity and courage and create a new world. And that begins with creating a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling. We need to create from love. Whatever Jesus says, whatever isn't love is a cry for love. So we don't need to judge or blame or hate. Everything that we see that we think is cruel and terrible, believe it or not, it's a cry for love. And I'm going to keep it that simple, because I want to create a loving world for my children, for my son and my daughter and their children, and for your children, and for all the children and all the animals here. We're here in Los Angeles, and everybody is expressing so much love. And it's it feels wonderful to see thousands of people in the city out working together, raising money, volunteering. You can feel the love and the community and the raw tenderness of people loving each other. And that's what life is all about, us loving each other and caring about each other and creating a new world. That's what I wish for you, for myself, for all the children and animals, and for all life on this beautiful, precious planet Earth. Take care today of your mind. Take care of your heart. Listen to your heart. Breathe into your heart and let your heart let it express the fear and the anger and the pain, and then let that flow through you and invite peace. There is peace in your heart, deep within you. It doesn't matter if there's a tsunami on top of the ocean. Deep within the ocean, there is always calm. There is always quiet. There is always stillness. It's there. You just have to be still and know and connect with it and align with it. It is there. I promise you. Take care.